Yo, what's going on? It's your boy MikeBeez. We're back with another episode of Wavy Talk Radio. I've got an extra special guest here with me today, my man Jamal White. Jamal, what's going on, sir?
How you doing,
Good
man?
to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm truly blessed that this man decided to pull up on me. Just crazy talent. I'm gonna let him tell you about his bio, where he's from and all that, but I was privy to hear this dude and watch him perform about 2 years ago. It's 2021. As of today, it is 2021. I watched this dude in 2019 tear a whole entire stage up, go absolutely crazy, and it was like watching, it literally was like artwork on stage. And so I had to link up, I had to just kind of, touch base, get to know the dude, and we've become really good friends. And again, I'm just really humbled that he decided to do this for me today. So without further ado, let me just introduce you guys, or let me let Jamal introduce himself to you. Tell people where you're from, man.
First off, I appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely.
I really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
2019, I was like,
2019, bro.
2019.
Yeah.
Man.
The beginning, because it was cold out.
It was. It was December.
Yeah.
Around the holidays.
Yeah. So.
Man. But yeah, like you said, I'm Jamal White, R&B singer, and I started off singing really when I was about 4 years old, and really it was just me just playing around with the family, because we have like a history of people in the family that have messed around with music. And my parents, for starters, my dad used to be in a band back when he used to live in his hometown in Detroit, and my mom used to be in a choir for a couple of years in high school, and
both parents.
Yep.
Dang.
Both
Okay.
parents.
Okay.
And my grandma on my mom's side was actually in a band, and she played piano and guitar.
Get out of here, man.
Yeah.
So it's in the blood.
Hey,
it's in the bones. What you mean? That's crazy. Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Hey,
So mom,
like
Dukes, pops, and grandma. All three. Wow.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. So pops in Detroit, was he singing and playing instruments or what?
Yeah, actually, he used to be in a band too, a marching band in high school.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
the instrument he played a tuba. But when he was in the band, they just messed around with different instruments like drums, the trumpets, you know what I mean, saxophone and stuff like that.
Okay.
And my dad was a bass singer. And so, they used to go to different clubs back in Detroit, back around the times when, Diana Ross or sometimes Stevie Wonder would come around the city back when Motown was popping, And my dad actually told me that there used to be a club in Detroit where it would be like, sometimes it'd be amateur night, and sometimes, big names would come in that was from Detroit and come by and just watch the young talent.
Wow.
And yeah, he saw some of those celebrities in
I
there.
bet.
They was like super young at the time.
Yeah, and then the thing is, like, people don't even realize how much talent is in Michigan.
Yeah.
Like from the 70s and 60s and 70s, them OG singers, a lot of, like, I'm pretty sure Stevie Wonder's from Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Like Saginaw or Flint or one of them cities out there.
I can't remember exactly where.
He's definitely from there, but
yeah, he's from there. But funny story. My dad told me that his then girlfriend at the time, she used to live right next door to my dad.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That is wild.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy. And sometimes Stevie, and the crazy thing was, they both were blind.
What?
Dead serious.
That's crazy.
This is
I'm not laughing at you, Stevie. I'm just saying that's pretty wild.
No, we're not. Yeah, it's not like that. It's not like that. It was just a little backtrack story that I was going to put out there.
That's pretty wild, man.
Yeah.
And when you talk about, you sparked up something in my head when you said Motown, man. People don't realize, everybody, like, people that are not from Michigan, they hear Motown, they just assume that, A&Rs and people went and they sought after artists from around the country. Man, most of Motown is homebred.
Yeah.
Most of the artists were actually from Michigan.
Exactly.
So that's pretty crazy.
That was pretty much the home base.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. And if that's your dad was playing that and singing that, then he must have been a beast. Must have been an absolute beast.
Man, that man was a bass singer.
Crazy.
But,
wow. So let me ask you then. So if moms, pops, and grandma were all doing their thing like that, and obviously they've been doing it for a while, it wasn't just like a hobby they picked up. They probably were performing at different various places, right?
Yeah. Well, my grandma, she was, because they used to always perform in their band back in the day. And my dad, they did it for a little while. My mom, it was more like a hobby type of thing.
Okay, so it was a hobby. They excelled at that hobby.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so with that being said, then. Because I'm assuming, if correct me if I'm wrong, they're probably somewhat of an inspiration and part of the reason that you started singing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
Pretty
all right.
much.
So is there like, aside from family, was there like another friend, or was it like industry entertainer that was an inspiration to you, or somebody that, like, what was there? I guess more specifically, was there something that happened from the transition of 4 years old to now that you're like, I got to do this. This is what I want to do. This is my passion.
Yeah, well, as far as the inspirations, outside the family, as far as the big names, if we can think of a big name, I would say people like, at the time, James Brown, Michael Jackson, Usher, Prince, and Chris Brown. Those are my top five in my list.
Okay.
Because as far as like going down the roots of soul and funk music at that time, I would instantly think about James Brown off the top, and Michael Jackson.
Elite performer in his own right, absolutely.
Because these are guys that were real performers. Like they put their whole performance, their whole body movements, their whole everything on stage.
Definitely.
Like it's like an art form.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. So you said James Brown, Chris Brown, no relation, Michael Jackson, and who was the other one?
Usher.
Usher, right. So in all four of those, and there's a reason. Now, obviously, I've been able to see you perform and see you tear the stage up. Now, you combine, so all four of those entertainers, James Brown, Chris Brown, Usher, Michael Jackson, they don't just sing, they also dance. Part of your package is that you also dance.
Yeah.
What came first? Was it the dancing or was it the singing? You said you started singing at 4.
Yeah.
Was it the dancing or the singing that came at 4? Or was it like all one big bundle of package?
It was actually singing first that came, because back then we used to always like imitate old movies from like old school like legends.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Temptations or the Jacksons. Gladys Knight and Pips and Tina Turner. You know what I mean? Like we would just watch different like
Tina used to go crazy.
Yeah.
Tina used to go crazy. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not
even.
even.
Yeah, we used to watch all their biopics all the time and just like imitate them. And just from us like always imitating their songs and the movies that we watch. Like we watch people like Angela Bassett that recreated all the moments that Tina Turner did and What's Love Got to Do with it. Right. That made us want to try to be a part of that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
or
sir.
like Willie Draper off of Jackson, The American Dream, that played Michael Jackson.
You said his actual name. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Wow, hardly anybody knows his name.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, when I saw him, that was how I started being more interested into knowing who Michael Jackson was at the time. Like I knew bits and pieces of who he was because I was so young. So I was like,
because you're what, 23 now? Yeah. So that came out like what, 90, maybe 95, 96?
Yeah, and around that time when I saw it, I was like 4 or 5 years old, I think.
Yeah, that's great.
4 or 5 years old, and just watching him and just how he moved, imitating Michael, I was just like, oh my God. And that moonwalk, it was just like
so Chris, fun.
It was like an illusion to me at the time. And just going from all those different things that I've experienced with learning more about these legends, it inspired me in a way to like try to learn more about that aspect of music and the whole realm of entertainment.
That's what's
so from that, it made me want to be a part of that.
Dive in deeper and then it became a part of you at some point, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So check it out. So you mentioned your 4 big industry influences. You said Chris Brown, James Brown, Michael Jackson, and Usher, right? So obviously, out of that 4, 2 are still around, still doing music. Usher obviously is clearly at the top of his game, probably one of the most influential rap artists we'll probably see in our lifetime, besides Michael Jackson. And even Usher's up there as well. Usher's a humongous name too. Are there any artists, earlier I had interviewed your boy, he shouted you out too, by the way, Trayshawn.
Trizzy.
Trizzy. I had asked him the question of, what artist would he be honored to work with, past or present? I want to know from you. We already know we're gonna give Mike and James Brown that crown for you, right? That's past. So present, what artist? We'll go male and female. He cheated. He gave me 3 of everything. I'm like, you ain't at the drive-thru at McDonald's. Just pick one, man. Right? So give me one artist. Elite level artist, male. Give me one elite artist, female, that you want to work with.
In today's age, right?
Today's age, present. Yep, present artist.
That's a good one. Well, I would say as far as like my style and the hype of it, I would definitely say Chris Brown.
Staying with Chris. Staying with Breezy.
I would definitely say Chris Brown.
Shout out to Breezy. Legend.
Legend. I feel like as far as like the performance aspect,
yeah.
I feel like it matches.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The high energy.
The dancing, the energy, all that.
I dig it. Okay.
So for the male, Chris Brown. For the female, Normani.
Who?
Normani.
Okay.
Fifth Harmony. From Fifth Harmony, remember?
I do. I never do any of the women's names from Fifth Harmony though.
Really?
Never. So, no. What's her name?
Normani.
Normani. Normani. If you seeing this, uber talented dude right here. Yes, shoot him a DM.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm saying? Or you shoot her a DM, and then if you leave him on red, we gonna have an issue with you.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Joking.
But nah, seriously.
Normani, I'm kidding.
Seriously, like I would definitely say Normani because I would say like as far as like on the female aspect and singing and dancing and performance round, we haven't really seen that many female talent in today's age on that level.
So she brings the whole package. So she's dancing too. I'm gonna check her out.
Her song Motivation.
Okay.
When she did a live performance on that, it really just like let it be known like she can be possibly that it girl. It just takes you back on how far back female artists back then in the early 2000s and even in the 90s, how they would just like always put on that energy in their performances and put on that high level show in their show. Like you think people like Beyonce at the time, Sierra at the time, Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll think all those people, how much they, another freaking legend, Missy Elliott, I love you. But yeah, you would think of how much they put so much into their performance. And then you look at some of the females now, which they still, like you see some of the rappers even, like Megan Thee Stallion, you can see that she puts aspect of performance level and dancing and choreography into the show. Yep. But in the realms of the singers, the female singers, it's like, Normani's is the only person I could possibly think of.
She takes it. I got you. Okay. So in the studio, right? Jamal, when you're in the studio, got this crazy track about to bang out. Who was the producer that just called you and said that? Who, in your mind, in your dream mind, who was the producer that just called you and said, Jamal, we need you at the studio ASAP. I got Normani and Chris Brown here. I need you to put this verse down. Who is that producer that just called you? The dream producer. Who do you want to work with?
Definitely Timbaland.
Timbo.
Definitely Timbaland.
Timbo to go.
That's the whole.
Timbo to go. I'm pretty sure his YouTube channel says like Timbo to go or something like that. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, he's definitely a monster. Yeah. He's doing like a master class or something where he's got a bunch of aspiring producers dialed in, and he plays his beats over his YouTube, and they give him notoriety, and he passes or fails or whatever. But it's a big thing. These are like hundreds of thousands of people in his class. Yeah, it's Timbo to go. So no surprise there, right?
Right.
But so we're looking at Normani, Normani, Jamal White, and Timbo. Oh, and Chris Breezy, all in the studio. Right. I say make that come to fruition.
That would be interesting.
That's what I say.
That would honestly be interesting.
Your grind is you definitely grind. Like there's no secret there. We all know you work. Well, for the ones that don't know, the man puts in work. He doesn't sleep. He's like a vampire. A vampire that can do the moonwalk and do backflips and contort his body to do stuff to the rhythm of music. I don't know. I'm just saying, man. Your work ethic is unlike no other I've seen, man.
Appreciate that, man.
So all the work you're putting in, man. You've been putting in. You've been grinding and going crazy for the last, I think, based on what it sounds like, last about 7 or 8 years. Like you can really say you've really been putting that work in?
I would say go far back into 2017.
Okay, so really dialing in and making it a career about the last 4 going on 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got you. So with what's going on now, where does Jamal? What is the message that Jamal White wants to relay to his audience, or even somebody that comes across his music on whatever social media or music platform? What is the message? What do you want the message to say to that people or those people?
I would say just, give respect, love, and just give that unity type of, feel to everybody, make everybody feel like they're welcome, like we're all in the same boat.
I did.
Everybody go through the same things every single day. They got the same 24 hours just like the next person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And no matter what we all go through, it's the same problem and it resolves into the same conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And really my thing is just that the more that you just keep in mind that you feel just like the next person feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You cry just like the next person cry, you bleed just like they bleed. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, nobody is different as much as people in today's age and really in reality in general wants to dissect and differentiate how much, we all have our own livelihoods throughout time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the case.
Right, I got you. So it sounds like uplifting, like motivational. I guess those two words in particular, motivational, uplifting type of music, the feel good music.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with that 100%. Let me ask you, do you listen to motivational speakers? Mm-hmm. Do you?
Yeah.
Is there anybody in particular that you prefer to listen to?
Ooh, that's a good
It's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there.
You know Eric Thomas, E.T.
Nah.
He's the one. He told the story about the kid going out to the middle of the ocean or something like that. And when you want to breathe as bad as you want to breathe for air, you want to be successful as bad as you want to breathe. You ain't heard that one? Oh man.
But I will say some of these celebrities, like these actors, like Chadwick Boseman, for example. Man, he rests in peace. I would consider him like a spokesman, or even Denzel.
Oh yeah.
Denzel Washington.
Yeah. How many commencements has he been spoke at?
Man, because it's like when you hear all their different messages that they're giving to the people, and how much they dig deep on some of the things that they want to throw into the conversation, like their personal experiences throughout life and how they dealt with the ups and downs throughout their lives. Try to share their experience with the next person. That alone just shows you how much, like I said last time, it shows how much we all go through the same thing. We just relate so much, and just listening to how much you hear all these people's different stories that they tell about their own personal livelihood and their own personal backgrounds through life. It just makes you sit back and just realize how much, we just all just feel so connected.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I'd also like to I like to really sit back and observe and learn. That's my thing. I really like to sit back, either it's from a young child to an older person. You know what I'm saying? Young child, older person, whatever.
Yeah, man.
Everybody in got all type of messages that they want to put out there.
Man, you can get something from everybody for sure. I can learn from my 6-year-old, man. She can give me a game tomorrow. Yeah. Most definitely. Seriously, man.
Yeah, for real.
Seriously. Listen, man, I don't want to take too much of your time, man, but I really do appreciate you coming out here.
Most definitely.
I do want to get a little personal before we bounce, though. All right, we gotta give the people some juice, right? All right. So I'm gonna put the reporter hat on real quick. You know what I'm saying? So
come on with.
So listen, I'm gonna throw that. I mean, look, we all script. We all script now. We all script. Listen. So here's my question. I referenced your boy Trayshawn. Because I recognize talent, man. He's also a very, very talented dude.
Yeah, very talented vocalist, songwriter,
for sure.
All in one.
Yep. And we were talking about, local talent. We got to talking about local talent. Mm-hmm. And one of the questions that I did not ask him that I'll ask you: are there any local artists out here that, this is, give them their 2 minutes of fame here? Is there any local artists here in Indianapolis or even in Central Indiana that you would want to work with that you have not worked with yet?
Man, there's so many of them, man.
Because by the way, you and Trey have done a few songs together.
Yeah,
right.
We collabed on a couple songs and came down was writing some materials together. So,
For sure,
yeah,
for sure. Okay.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So what? So any other local artists around here?
There's so many.
Put you on the spot, boy.
You did. You put me on the spot.
One of your boys that sings and be like, you say me in the back.
Cause I already got one of my favorite artists that I've already collabed with, but
Okay.
if I had to go on down on the list,
Gotta be somebody.
I would say definitely Ali Cherie.
Okay.
She's an amazing singer songwriter. I would also say K.A. He's a rapper.
Okay.
And he's dope as heck. Got a lot of concept. And is a deep conscious rapper. And
Give you one more. Only 3. The list is small, man.
So many of them.
We only paid for 4 hours of studio time. What's up, you know?
So many of them. Oh my gosh.
Ali Cherie, K.A. so far.
Yeah, K.A.
Shout out to Ali Cherie and K.A.
Oh boy. Man, there's so many of them, bro. Allison Victoria. I almost forgot about her.
Allison Victoria.
Allison Victoria.
Ali Cherie, K.A.
Allison Victoria.
Allison Victoria. Holla at the boy.
Most definitely.
All right.
Most definitely.
Shoot the DM.
And
Tell him you want to work with him. Just shoot the shot, bro.
I mean, Shooter's gonna shoot.
Look, right there in the camera. Right there in the camera. Tell him. Ali Cherie, K.A.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
What's it, Allison Victoria?
Allison Victoria.
He ready.
Yeah.
He ready.
Yes,
He's
sir.
ready.
Shooter's gonna shoot.
Listen, so the numerous times that you've had in the studio, right? There's got to be some whack memories that you've had, right? Everybody's professional, you know. You're not gonna go to a bum producer engineer. You're not gonna go to a bum studio,
Right.
But nobody's perfect. There's mistakes that are made. You know, stuff happens.
Right.
Is there anything that sticks out in your time recording at various studios that you're like, yo, that was wild, or like, I never want that to happen again?
Well, yeah, I've had some experience. Well, most of the guys that I've worked with that are engineers, they mostly are professional when it comes to getting down into the session and trying to, you know, dig down into getting the songs finished. But I will say one of the experiences that I had was in the middle of me trying to go back on some notes or some lyrics that I want to redo. And sometimes the engineer takes like 2-3 minutes to respond back. Or me doing something else in the middle of my session. That I say I don't like.
Okay.
I would say that's another one, because if we're in there, we're working, we're there to work.
Okay.
Because I'm the type of person to where if I'm in the room, I'm in need for your uninvited attention whenever we about to work on some stuff. That would either be recording or choreography.
You there for business. You there strictly band playing.
Yeah.
You know, you're
it's all fun. It's all fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's all fun and it's all love. But when it comes down to the business, it's all about the business.
For sure.
Like,
you know, you hear stories. You hear stories about, you know, and which, I mean, I'm not knocking any, but you hear stories of, you know, studios passing up bottles of liquor and, you know, smoking, and, you know, they have the other music turn, like, you know, you know, it's just the atmosphere is set based off the artist. But yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah, and that's cool. You know, and some people have their own different ways on how they get a little motivation before they, you know, record in the session.
No
and
doubt.
That's cool.
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Whatever works for you, you go for that. But,
No doubt.
you know, like some of us want to have like some people in there for like, you know, back talk or like some backup information that they want to probably give to the artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they just want people just to be there.
For sure.
You know, but for somebody like me, my main focus would be just me and the engineer, or even sometimes some of my artist friends. Like I would invite some of them to come by and I would try to get some of their advice, because I respect their opinions because of how much they've shown that they put in so much work behind their craft. You know, you would want to have those type of people in your circle.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely. Listen, man.
For example, Trey Sean.
Shout out to the bro.
Shout out to Trey Sean.
I'm gonna be honest, man. You are definitely for me. I'm not an entertainer, obviously, but your work ethic is inspirational, and I know that you continue to put this work in. Your music is gonna reach out to that next 6, 7, 8-year-old that's gonna be, you know, teetering the line of where they want to go, be a doctor or be an entertainer. I guarantee you're gonna be able to touch that kid and say, "Hey, look, This is what I want to do. I watch Jamal White for sure. I'm not saying that to gas. I mean that. So the best of luck with your endeavors and your music career. I look forward to the success down the road, man.
Thank you. Man.
Appreciate you coming out. Listen, man, that's it for this today's interview. This was your boy Jamal White. Before we go though,
and also for my project Gemini, that's gonna be out on June 18th, which is my birthday, by the way.
fire.
Birthday / album drop.
That was planned.
Yes, sir. That was planned. June 18th, Gemini coming out, and my birthday as well. So be sure y'all be on the lookout for that.
Where can they follow you at on IG?
Follow me at Jamal White 317 on Instagram, and you can also follow me on Facebook, Jamal White. And also, I'm glad you brought that up. Follow me on my YouTube channel as well, which is Jamal White. I'll do dance covers, I'll do song covers. I'll sometimes drop singles on there or the whole album on the YouTube channel. And also follow my Spotify as well, so you can keep posting. I can keep you posting and updated on everything.
That's fire. That's fire. Bet. Well, listen, you heard it, man. It's JamalWhite 317, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Go follow him, man. Super talented. I appreciate you guys for dialing in. It's your boy MikeBeez. This is Wavy Talk Radio. We out here.